as I have said repeatedly, in my opinion, the Ukrainian war is a proxy war by the U.S. against Europe, or more precisely, by the owners and controllers of global financialized capital against Europe, against the EU, with a particular focus on destabilizing and deindustrializing Germany. During his visit to the United States, the German Minister of Defense announced the signing of a large number of contracts with American arms and defense companies for the purchase of weapons and equipment amounting to approximately 23 billion euros. So they have a weapons shortage. Their industrial base is crumbling by the day. Capital outflows are at record highs. Bankruptcies are at record highs. And supposedly, their proposed solution is to ramp up military production, which is why they are fanning the flames of a potential NATO war with Russia. They want to create this hype. They want to create this panic and this frenzy about war with Russia, so to justify military spending and so on. But at the end of all of that, they end up just funneling money to American weapons manufacturers. Germany is considering mandatory military service for all citizens. So in other words, Germany doesn't have the weapons. As I said in the first story, they don't have the weapons and they don't have the military personnel for war. They don't have the manufacturing capacity to make the weapons, and they don't have the recruits for the army. They don't have willing, voluntary recruits for the army. So their solution to both of those problems: buy weapons from America and conscript the German people. So send your money to America and send your young people to war. And that's being touted, that's being sold as a plan for Germany's political and social and economic security and success. Several German MPs have supported the idea of using Western anti-aircraft systems from NATO countries to destroy Russian missiles over Ukraine. So while Germany is warning of a potential NATO-Russian war, they're actively actually promoting it. They're not warning about it. In fact, they're promoting it by advocating NATO's direct involvement in the Ukrainian conflict militarily. Very plainly, this again is because Europe is on the path to becoming a conflict zone itself, as I've talked about again many, many times. And this will just provide the U.S. weapons sector a new market. They'll just pivot their destabilizing and military and conflict economy to Europe as the productive economy, and all productive economic activity pivots to the global south. The United States, and more specifically, as I said, the owners and controllers of global financialized capital, are very much interested in deindustrializing Europe, destabilizing Europe, impoverishing Europe, and subjugating Europe. The approach of America towards the global south, and the West towards the global south, but specifically America, their approach to the global south, whether it's Latin America, Africa, or Asia, their approach is now going to shift to where they're going to be treating Europe the way they used to treat the global south, and they're going to treat the global south the way they used to treat Europe, including the militarization of Europe and trying to turn Europe into a conflict zone. And we know already from, if you've been following my other content, in my opinion, one of the core characteristics and drivers of the West's violence has always been the competition for material resources. So they are going to decrease Europe's access to material resources and then watch them fight each other.